So, in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to create metadata files for your NFT project. And first and foremost, this tutorial is going to assume that you have some programming knowledge. If you don't know what npm install means, if you don't know what node is, this video is not for you. You just ask me in the comments on where to start for programming, and I'll point you in the right direction. The last video I did, I had a lot of people were asking what the hell node was, so I got to really emphasize this. This is not for absolute beginners, but this is for people that have at least a little bit of knowledge of JavaScript. So we're going to be creating metadata files for our NFT project. And these metadata files are just going to be JSON files. And JSON is just strings. So what we need to do is create these metadata files, these JSON files, and then fill them with randomized data. On top of that, we need to take this randomized data and weight it so the attributes that we want to be common show up the most. The attributes that are going to be uncommon show up less than that, and the attributes that we declare as rare are going to show up the least. And by the way, follow me here on Twitter. I've only got 6 followers, and I'm trying to get my Twitter game up here, so that's going to be my only plug for this. So let's talk about the old way. The old way of doing this would be just randomizing. It would just be randomizing a value that has no adherence to weights. So let's create an array called metals, and we're going to have gold, silver, and bronze. And if we were to randomize this, all of these have an equal opportunity of getting chosen. So just to demonstrate that, we're going to select a random one here. So I don't know, math.floor, and then we'll do math.random, and multiply that by metals.length. And oh, I gotta console log it because I'm an idiot. And then bronze, gold, silver, bronze, gold, silver, bronze, gold, silver, whatever. It's just completely choosing these at random. So that's not any good, because in the NFT world there's rarities. People, when they buy your NFT, they want to know what's rare, and that makes it more valuable for them, and more people are going to want to buy into your project. So we have to have a way to not only randomize an array of values, we have to weight them. So how do you do that? Well, let me explain. First, I'm going to drink some kombucha tea here. So let's think of what we want to do first. We want to create metadata for a person, I guess. This will be things like hair color, eye color, whatever. Who gives a shit? So in order to do this, let's first start off with an array here, and we're gonna do hair color here. So we need to create this. Let's just call it const hair color equals an array. and we're going to make an array of arrays. That's kind of fancy, isn't it? So the inner array is going to contain a value followed by a weight. So value and then weight, something like that, right? So what we'll say for hair color is we'll say black hair is 10, and then we will say things like, I don't know, how about redhead and 1. So what's happening right here is we're essentially saying that this allows us to say that black hair is 10 times more common than red hair. So do you see what I'm doing right here? These are the weights. So black hair, 10 times more common than red hair. All right, so let's keep on doing this here. So we're going to say brunette. I don't know, brunettes are probably going to be the most common right there. And then we'll say blonde is 5. Yeah. Black hair, redhead, brunette, blonde, blah, 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 whatever. All right, cool. So let's make another one here. So const eye color equals another array of arrays. And then we're going to say brown eyes, that's 70. And then we'll say, why do I keep doing that? Blue eyes is going to be 10. Hazel eyes will be 5. Amber eyes is going to be, I don't know, 5 again. Gray eyes, a little bit more rare. And we'll just say green eyes 2. All right, so we've got hair color and we've got eye color. So you're looking up on here, these numbers do not have to add up to 100. These are just the weights. They don't have to add up to anything. We're just going to be assigning these weights inside this array. So like these numbers could literally be any number you want. It's just the bigger the number, the more common. Just remember that the bigger the number, the more common. So redhead is going to be the rarest one in this collection and in this array. Green eyes will be the rarest one in that one. And let's say const height equals another array of arrays, and we'll say average height. That's really that's really not helpful. Whatever. Next one is tall as fuck. That one will be rare, and then we'll say short is another one that's rare. So we've got this is the meatiest part of the bell curve, and then these are going to be the 2 tails. And then we'll do like body type. So const body type equals another array of arrays. And let's just go back and do the same thing. Average body. Average body, 70. Average could be whatever you want. Then we'll say thin, 10. slim. What is the difference between thin and slim? I don't know. And then we'll say fat fuck is another 10. And then jacked as fuck is 5. So that'll be the rarest one right there. Cons, body type. All right, so we got hair color, eye color, height, body type. What else? What else? How about this one? Const penis size is going to be average dong 10. Gigantic is going to be a 2, and pathetic is gonna be 5. Pathetic. Oh my god. And then we'll do an age. How old is this person? How about this? Age is just going to be a random number. How about that? And age is going to be a random number based on a range. So age undefined. I could just leave that. So this one will be a random number based on a range of 1 to 100. So the age does not need to go into any weighted data. So I'll show you how to do a random number based on a range too. So yeah, we'll get a little bit of a diversity on here, and then I don't know. Let's do diseases. What disease does this guy have? Cons disease. Did I spell that right? I'm actually going to check if I spelled that right. I did, huh? Okay. Okay, so healthy is going to be 70, not 70%, but it's going to be a weight of 70. So that's going to be the most common. Next one will be AIDS. We'll make these kind of rare. So AIDS is rare. Herpes, 15. Chlamydia is another 15. I think, did I spell chlamydia right? Hell yeah, okay. Another one is scurvy. 23, doesn't matter. And here's another disease. Twitter addict. That's a disease right there. 10, whatever. Okay. So we've got metadata for a person: hair color, eye color, height, body, penis, age, and disease. So let's do the easy one first here. Let's do the age. Let's randomize an age based on a range. So we'll say console log that. We're just gonna do math.floor, because math.floor is gonna bring it. It's gonna round it there, so there's no decimals, because you don't want somebody that's gonna be like age 78.51624. And then we'll just do math.random. So we need to get a random number, because math.random is going to choose a number between 0 and 1. So we need to times that by 100. And since that starts at 0 and want from 1 to 100, we have to add +1. And let's just see what that's going to say. 118, 72, 57. What? I got 100 again. Wow, that's nuts. Well, that gives you some randomized numbers, but yeah, you can just change that around. So we'll just take that out, put that right on here, and that'll be good for that. So let's see here. Now we need to create the random weighted function. So let's see here. I'm going to say function random weight. That is going to take an argument. The argument is going to be an array. That's going to take a parameter here. So the first thing we got to do is we got to pre-sum these weights on here. We got to go pre-sum. We got to go add these weights up here. And let's see here. We gotta, let's see here. Let's let total equals 0. And I did see this function somewhere on Stack Overflow. It's I don't know who did this though, but this was a really helpful weighted random function here. I'll find the link and I'll put it in the description below if I can find it. Let's see here. So we gotta loop the main data set to count up the total weight. So let's start that with a for loop, and we're gonna start at 1 instead of 0. So we're gonna say this, start a for loop here, let index equal 0, index less than array.length. So if we want to start at 1 instead of 0, we're going to do that. And then we're going to say total plus equals, because we're adding that here. So the array parameter index, and since the array is going to have 2 values in it, healthy and the weight, we need to select the last one, which is going to be 1. All right, so that looks good. So now that we have the total, we can use this as a threshold to pick a random value in our random index. So const threshold equals math.random. What the hell? Okay. Not plus math.random is okay. So this threshold is it's gonna basically allow us to define what we are going to be selecting in the array. Let me explain a little bit further. So now we just gotta loop through the main array one more time until we discover which value would I guess live within this particular threshold. So we have to do another loop on here. So we need to keep a running count of the weights as we go, and we'll just and then we're just going to reuse the total variable since it was already declared. So let me just say that again. We need to loop through the main array one more time, and we're going to do that until we discover which value would live within this particular threshold. Okay? Just bear with me right here. So we're gonna declare the total as 0 again, because we're just gonna reuse that. And we're gonna do another for loop. And then we are going to index is 0, index is less than array. Oh, yeah, hold on, that's got to change to R, my bad. Okay, and then we're going to do the same plus plus right there. And so now we're going to add the weight to our running total. Plus equals RI index, and then we're selecting the first one, second one, that array. All right, now here's where all the voodoo is going to be. And let me just get this up a little bit more for you guys. Motion detected at the front door. Bullshit detected at the front door. So we established our threshold up here, and we need to find if this value falls within the threshold, then we're done. We're just going to return out of it. So total is greater than or equal to threshold, return index, and then we're going to return the first one in the array, because that's going to be something like Twitter Attic or Scurvy, because we want to return the value, not the weight. And let's just pop that last one out there. Return r dot length -1 0, because we want to get that one. Okay. So that was kind of strange, right? Well, let's just see it. Let's just see it in action. So console log random weight penis size, because I'm curious. Average dong. Look at that. Pathetic. There we go. Look at that. Look at that, dude. We do get, oh, we got one gigantic one and a shit ton of other average dongs, man. So that's cool. That is really cool. So that is now looking at that's now looking at the array that we made, and it's taking into consideration the weights that we put behind it, and it's choosing them based on that threshold that we established. So that's cool and all, but we still have to go create these, we still got to create these metadata files, right? We got to create these metadata files. So let's go up here and let's create another folder, and we're going to call that metadata. And we have to import the FS module from Node. So const fs equals require, and you don't need to npm install fs. It's built into Node, so don't worry about that. So randomize the array and choose a value based on weights. Okay, so let's create JSON metadata metadata file. Okay, let's create the JSON metadata file. So we need to find out. We're gonna do another loop. And let's do another for loop here. So index 0, 0. We're not doing this from an array, so we're going to start at. Let's start the index at 1, and we're going to go to. No, we're gonna go to 5 here, and I'm just gonna see if that is gonna do something. Just bear with me here, because I think I think what happens when I put the plus plus before the index counter, that's going to start counting at 1. I could be wrong. We're gonna find out here. As in all my videos, I never rehearse it. So I'm not a YouTuber. So we're going to say this. We're just going to create a new object. It's going to be called let person data equals new object. We're going to say eye color is random weight. Eye color. What did we do first? We did hair color, eye color. All right, let's just do hair color, eye color, height. If you hit Control D, you can select duplicate text, hair color, eye color, height, body type, penis size, hair color, eye color, height, body type, penis size, and then we're just, since we're not going to be doing any random weights with the age, we're just going to let this one run. Oh, wait, hold on. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, because we got to go iterate through that. Okay, so undefined. There we go. Yeah, because okay, so if I when I left that in there, if we ran this file, we would get the same age for all of them. So we got to do it from here. Okay, my bad. Age and disease, random weight. Disease, okay. So let's console log that. Let's just see what happens here. Okay, look at that. This guy's got AIDS. That's cool. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Yeah, look at that, dude. All right, so you're looking at this and you're thinking, oh, who gives a shit? We got to go make the files. I know. Let me just see where index starts off on here just real quick. Okay, so no, that didn't work. Oh, all right, well, I guess I'll start the index here at Index is going to be 1, blah, blah, blah. Well, whatever here. So that doesn't bother me at all. You guys can put the index at 1. You can put it at 5. You can put it at 0. It doesn't matter. I was just curious here. So now let's output this data to JSON. So we're going to bring in FS, and we're going to say write file sync. You could do it async. I'm going to do this synchronously. So we are going to do a string template because we need to find out the path, and we need to go into the metadata folder, and then we are going to call it index.json. The index, as you remember, it's going to represent a number. So it's going to be, 1.json, 2.json, 3.json. You can call that whatever the hell you want. And the next argument for write file sync is going to be the data that we're putting in here. So we gotta stringify this data. We have to stringify this data because that's what JSON is. JSON is going to be JSON is just strings. So if we have like someone's age on there, that's a number. JSON's not going to like that. So JSON.stringify, and we're going to put person data in there, and we want to make this look pretty, right? Here's a tip for JSON stringify. Not a lot of people do this. We're not replacing anything, but we want to have 2 spaces on there. That's going to make the JSON files look nice and pretty. So there's nothing in the metadata folder, and we're just going to run this again. Look at this. We got JSON files here. Hair color, eye color, tall as fuck, average body, average dong. He's got scurvy. This kid is 2. He's healthy. This kid is 9. Chlamydia. That's cool, man. That is really freaking cool. So that's cool and all, but let's try to figure out, what would we have to do in order to validate the what would we have to do to validate the rarities that we're generating here, because you're generating these JSON files, and I wonder if I run this again. Look at that right there. Jacked as fuck. Wow, dude. That's so cool. Oh man, he's got AIDS. Okay. So why don't we, let's see, validate your data, right? Let's validate your rarity data. Okay. So we're going to comment this out here because we're just going to be validating things. So let's create an empty array. And then we're just going to do, I don't know, empty object, call that counts. And then we're going to do another for loop here. So we're going to start at 1. And let's say that you are doing let's say that you're doing a collection of 10,000. Okay. So let's just iterate over 10,000 of these and then let's pump out some data to see what you guys are going to get. So we're going to say empty r dot push, and then random weights, eye color. So we're just going to do this one for eye color. We can do it for all of them, but and then let's view the total counts. So view the total counts. Empty r dot for each. I don't know. X as a number. And then we'll say let total num equal. We gotta do some math here, so we're gonna say counts x or 0 plus 1. Okay. Counts x equals total num, and then counts. Okay, so we are going to be counting how many of these for the eye color. We're going to be looking at, if we do this 10,000 times, how many are going to be brown eyes, how many are going to be blue eyes, how many are going to be hazel, how many will be amber, and so on and so on. Okay? So this is going to run 10,000 times, and then we'll output the data right there. Okay, look at that. That's kind of cool. I wonder to locale string. I wonder if that works. That was the worst thing I've ever done in my life. It's nuts. I was trying to put a comma in there, but who cares? I've officially decided I don't care. So brown eyes, out of 10,000 times, brown eyes is going to appear 7,333 times. What was the rarest one? Rarest one is green eyes. Green eyes appear only 225 times. That's phenomenal. Let's do this with penis size here. Pathetic average dog. Look at that. Out of 10,000 times, there's going to be 9,187 average dongs and only 204 gigantic ones. So that's important right there. That's probably worth a lot of money. So that's cool. We can view the total counts, but what if you want to view the percentage? That kind of makes looking at data a lot easier. So since we have an object that is going to be filled right here, counts, so we'll just do object.entries count, and then we'll just do another for each element, and then we'll say count. What the fuck did I do? Counts. Oh, how do I do this? So there's gonna be two, and it's gonna be the first one. Okay. And then we're gonna do a string template. And then we want, no, if I do the second one divided by 10,000, so I gotta wrap that in a parens, times 10,000 times 100, and wrap that in another two, whoopsie, parens, and then we will say two fixed, and then we will say Does that make sense? No, that doesn't make sense. This makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. Okay, and then console log counts. Okay, so we're gonna do this is the total number. So brown eyes is out of 10,000, it's 7,378 times, and look at that. Takes that percentage right there, and we can do this like at, I don't know, 8,888, and then we can look at that. So if brown eyes, out of 8,888 iterations, brown eyes is going to show up 6,443 times. That makes brown eyes 72.49%. So that's cool. That's really cool. So yeah, you can you can validate the rarities before you send them off to the file system. So I would recommend doing this first. Validate your rarities, and then when you're done tweaking these numbers, then you can just do that. Yeah, there's more intricate ways to do this. Like, you know, I've said in my other videos, this is just one way to do it. But I hope this helps. And you know, once again, just follow me on Twitter. I got 6 followers. If I don't get 12 followers from this video, I'm going to put this fucking Glock in my mouth and suck it. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, I hope that helped you guys out with your NFT projects. If you got a question, just hit me up here on Twitter. I think I'll probably just enable DMs or something. That'd be a lot easier for me. But yeah, anyways, I'll put the repository up, and have a great day.